Oh, I'm not happy, complained Gordon.
Your firebox is out of order, said James. No wonder, after all that coal you had yesterday.
Hard work brings a good appetite, snapped Gordon. You wouldn't understand. I know, put in Duck brightly. It's boiler ache. I warned you about that sandpipe on the other railway, but you drank gallons. Oh, it's not boiler ache, protested Gordon. Of course it is, said Henry. That water's bad. It furs up your tubes. Your boiler must be full of sludge. Have a good washout. Then you feel like a different engine. Oh, don't be vulgar, said Gordon huffily. Gordon backed down to his train, hissing mournfully. Well, cheer up, Gordon, said the fat controller. I can't, sir. I've got boiler ache, but I haven't, sir. I keep thinking about the dreadful state of the world. Sir, is it true, sir? What did Diesel say? Well, what do they say? They boast about that they have abolished steam, sir. Well, yes, Gordon, that is true. What, sir? All my Doncaster brothers drawn at the same time as me? Well, all gone, except for one. The guard's whistle blew. Gordon puffed sadly away. Poor old Gordon, said the fat controller. If only we could. Yes, yes. I'll ask his owner at once. He hurried away. Arrangements took time. But one evening, Gordon's driver ran back excited. Wake up, Gordon. The fat controller's given you a surprise. Look! Gordon could hardly believe it. Backing towards him were two massive green tenders. Their engine's shape was very much like his own. It's Flying Scotsman, he gasped. The fat controller brought him to see me. Oh, thank you, sir. Gordon's toot of joy was drowned as Flying Scotsman's as he drew happily alongside him. The next day, the two engines were photographed side by side. You've changed a lot, smiled Flying Scotsman. I had a rebuilded crew. They didn't do a proper Doncaster job, of course, but it serves. I had a rebuild too, and looked hideous. But my owner said I was a very special engine, and made them give me back my proper shape. Is that why you have two tenders? Being special? No. You hardly believe it, Gordon, but over there's hardly any coal and water. But surely every proper railway. Exactly. You are lucky, Gordon, to have a controller who knows how to run a railway. Everyone got on well with Flying Scotsman, except for Henry. Henry was jealous. Tenders are a mark of distinction, he complained. Everybody knows that. Why, he's got two. He's famous, explained Duck and Donald. He was the second engine to go 100 miles per hour. Besides, the other railway don't have any coal and water. Purr, snuffed Henry. I don't believe that. I never boast, he continued, but I always work hard enough for two. I deserve another tender for that. Duck whispered something to Donald. Henry, asked Duck innocently, would you like my tenders? Yours, exclaimed Henry. What have you got to do with tenders? All right. The deal's off. Would you like them, Donald? I wouldn't deprive you of the honor. It's a great honor, said Duck thoughtfully. But I'm only a tank engine, so I don't really understand tenders. Perhaps James might? I'm sorry I was rude, said Henry hastily. How many tenders have you got? And when could I have them? 6. And you can have them this evening. 6 lovely tenders, shouted Henry. What a splendid sight I will be. Then I'll show the others what sort of engine I am. Henry was excited. Do you think it will be all right? He asked for the 100th time. Of course, said Duck. Just go where I told you and they'll be ready. Meanwhile, the word had gone around, and the others waited where they could get a good view of Henry. Henry was cheered to the echoes when he came. But he wasn't a splendid sight. He had 6 tenders, true, but they were old and very dirty, and all were filled with boiler sludge. Have a good washout, Henry, called a voice. That's right. You feel a different engine now. Henry wasn't sure, but he thought the voice belonged to Gordon.